Hey guys, welcome to my 15-week bump date. Baby is, okay, I don't understand how they even got this on my app, but it's saying that the baby is as big as a container of Greek yogurt, which gives me like nothing to go off of because like what? Greek yogurt is like all different types. I guess it's like maybe the individual packs that you can get like at the store. I don't know. That was like the most random thing, but easier to compare is a pear or a softball. That I can do. But the whole Greek yogurt thing, I'm like, oh, what is that? Updates now that I'm 15 weeks, I am feeling the baby move, which I know is super early, but again, this is my fourth baby, so I knew I was going to feel it earlier. I feel like every pregnancy I felt the baby earlier and earlier. I don't feel them all the time, but like I feel like as the days have gone on, it's gotten more and more like I've gotten more sure of it, like that is for sure the baby. Which is encouraging to feel them. I want to say him or her, but I don't know what it is. Still thinking I'm going to wait until birth to find out what it is, but I got to hammer out some details with my husband, Anthony, because he really wants to know what the gender is, so I'm not sure how we're going to go about that. We just, like, don't talk about it. But, like, my anatomy scan is going to come up in, like, 5 weeks, so, like, a little over a month. I think it's going to be like April, and that's usually for me when I find out the gender. So I can always just like have them put it in an envelope. But I told Anthony, if you really want to know, like it's half your baby, like I don't want to say no, that you can't find out the gender. But I told him I have stipulations if he wants to find out. I still don't want to know, and I don't want anyone else to know. So I said, if you do find out the gender and we decide to like go ahead with that, you cannot tell anyone, obviously, and you cannot gloat that you know it and I don't, because in a perfect world you wouldn't know it. But I'm being nice and letting you find out. So you have to have no mention of it. And then also my second stipulation, which I thought of later, is before you find out the gender, we have to have a boy name and a girl name picked out. Because what's to say you find out the gender and then we start working on names and I'm going to want a boy name and a girl name because I'm not going to know what the gender is. And then I'm going to realize like, oh, you're putting more effort into one gender over the other. That's just going to tip me off what the gender is. So I told him we have to have a name for a boy or a girl picked out before he figures it out, which maybe that's like 5 weeks to figure out, which some people I feel like can like they'll get pregnant and then they immediately know like what the name is. And I wish that was me, but Anthony and I take forever to find out what our baby's names are. Like we wait until the last second to figure it out. Well, because it's a big decision, and you have to figure out the first name and the middle name. You have to make sure it flows and all that. So yeah, we need to figure that out. So hopefully we can do that. If you guys have any name suggestions, write them down below. I'm being a little picky this time because I don't want a name that starts with a G, a P, or an A, because I already have that in my kids. And then also on top of that, I don't want any names that have the same endings that I already have. So for Grayson, it ends in a son. So no son names that like ends in a son. No Benson, no... I don't know. I can't think of any name, but like you get what I'm saying. And then, so no names, no names that end in an because I have a Porter. And then also I have Avery, so nothing that ends in like a Y or like that E sounding at the end. So I'm being a little picky this time, and we have to find a boy name and a girl name that works. So if you have any ideas, let me know down below. Knowing what my kids' names are, Grayson, Porter, Avery, let me know if you have any ideas, because I have zero. I had one name in mind. I really like the name Beckett, and then you shorten it to Beck, and I think that's super cute, and Anthony vetoed it. And that was it. That was the only name I could think of. We've had names in the past that we've liked, and I feel like all those names I don't like anymore, so I feel like we gotta start from scratch. And of course this is the 4th, so it's like every time it gets harder to find a name. We got to figure that out. I went on a tangent about names, so sorry about that. But anyway, yes, I'm feeling the baby move. Obviously, the baby is getting bigger. Also, with the nausea, it's definitely starting to subside. I'll say, like, I still take my nausea medication, but maybe it's like once every 3 days. So it's getting a lot better. I'll go a couple days in between taking medication. Like, I didn't take any medication yesterday, but I took medication the day before. And then it really only comes on in the evenings after the kids have gone to bed, so that's nice as well. So it's not like my whole day is ruled by nausea. So I'm hopeful that it's going to end soon. I feel like usually my nausea goes away about 16, 17, 18 weeks, so I'm really close to that, which would make sense with it like slowly fading, which is really exciting. I'm pretty sure I have pregnancy rhinitis. I think that's what it's called. It's basically like where you get a cold due to pregnancy and it just like sticks around for weeks. So I have like had a cold since the beginning of February, and we're at the end of February, so it's been like 3-4 weeks now. And like I had a cold, it seemed to get better, then it got worse again, and now I'm just like in this stage of like I'm constantly sneezing, and I'm constantly blowing my nose and having a stuffy nose and a runny nose, and it just won't go away. It won't end. And so I googled it, like, why am I sneezing all the time? Because I've never sneezed so much. Like when I get colds, I'll sneeze a ton like the day before, and then like the next day I have a cold. This is like sneezing several times a day every day, and it won't stop. And I googled it and it was like, oh, you have pregnancy rhinitis, which they said usually that doesn't come on until like the end of your pregnancy, like the 3rd trimester. So I guess I'm just lucky. Some say it lasts until like you give birth, and some websites said it lasts for like 6 weeks. So I'm hopeful it'll end soon, but that has been so frustrating. I'm not quite sure if I've gotten it with the other kids, with my other pregnancies, but it's so annoying to have to deal with. I'm definitely tired. Like some days are better than others. Some days I'm like falling asleep as Anthony and I are watching a show at like 10 o'clock at night and I can't even keep my eyes open. And then some nights I am up until midnight and I'm totally fine. A big part of like feeling tired and not tired is I have been having the craziest dreams, which they say happens in pregnancy. I'm sure like in my previous pregnancies I had crazy dreams, but this one it just seems to be like every other day I have crazy dreams. And it was really bad when I was taking the Unisom, and then I stopped taking that and I thought it would get better, and it's definitely not as intense. Like I feel like with the Unisom I would have multiple crazy dreams at night, and now it's just like once every couple nights I have like a very crazy like realistic dream. So it's gotten better, but when on the nights that I have these crazy dreams, I'm so tired the next day. It's like I don't get a good night's sleep when I have these crazy dreams. So that's frustrating to deal with. I probably about once a week wake up in the middle of the night having to pee. Otherwise I'm still able to make it like all night, and then I just have to pee really bad when I wake up in the morning. So that hasn't been too bad, but I know it's going to get worse. I've definitely gotten bigger. Like my belly is definitely growing. Even my baggiest of shirts, it's really hard to hide the bump anymore. Not that like I really want to hide it, but I just feel like I'm in this stage where like I kind of have a bump, but then I kind of just look fat. So I'm like not really wanting to like move to the pregnancy shirts. So I'm just wearing like baggy clothes, but you can definitely see a bump underneath it. My goal is to not use pregnancy shirts until it gets warm outside and I use short sleeve shirts. I have my long sleeve shirts. They're upstairs in a tote, so I can bring them on if I need to, but I really want to try to not. I don't know. I prefer my regular clothes. I don't have that many pregnancy clothes because you only wear them for so long and then you don't need them anymore. So I'm just trying to wear baggy things, but it's getting harder and harder to find things that like semi-fit. Like I said in my previous vlog, I'm already wearing the pregnancy pants. I cannot wear regular pants anymore, but I'm trying to make it work with the shirts. I'm having cravings. They usually just happen at night. With my previous pregnancies, I didn't feel like I had that many cravings. Like I had them here and there. Like I remember for my first, I always craved like mac and cheese and root beer, which was just like the weirdest combination. But I feel like in all of my previous pregnancies, it wasn't like that intense. And this one, I just constantly craved things. During the day, it's mostly just like candy. I want sweet candy, not chocolate candy, sweet candy. And we're in like the Easter season right now, like gearing up for Easter, so like all the Easter candy is out. So I've been like trying to find candy that's like not a ton, so I don't spend all my money. But oh my gosh, I've just been eating so much candy. And then at night, every night, I crave a gas station slushie. I don't know why. I just want it so bad. And I could go get it. They're cheap. We have gas stations near us, but I don't want to go out and go get it. So I don't. And so I just like am sad. But and then like the other night we were watching TV and there was a commercial for McDonald's and they were showing like a McDonald's burger and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm craving that. Like that looks really good. So it's just like the randomest things, and it's always like in the evening when the kids are in bed, probably because I finally have time to like think about things. But yeah, so a little bit more cravings this time, I feel like, compared to my other pregnancies. Updates on baby. This is what the baby looks like. Super exciting, I know. Let's see if there's anything new. It says the ears are now in the right position. They used to be in the neck. Now they're on the side of the head. Also, the eyes are moving. They were on the side of the head. Now they're moving to the front of the face. They're not in position yet, though. Also, baby is practicing breathing. So that's exciting as well. It also says the baby's working on kicking, curling toes, and moving arms and legs, which is probably why I can feel them here and there, because they're moving a bit, which, like I said in my previous vlogs, we've done 2 ultrasounds so far, and every time we've done it, the baby has been moving like crazy both times. So we'll see how the anatomy scan goes. That's not this upcoming appointment, but the one after that we will go. I'm hoping Anthony will be able to come. He's come with me to every anatomy scan except for Porter's, my second, because that was during COVID and nobody was allowed. But I'm hoping he can come with me to that one. We'll just have to see if it works with his work schedule or not, because of course it's always right in the middle of the day during work hours, so it might be a little hard to make it work for him, but we'll see if we can have it work out. I haven't like bought anything for the baby. It's still like so far away, and I already have like a bunch of baby stuff, but the problem I'm running into is now I'm on my 4th. I've had baby stuff for 7 years now. Like 7 years ago, right now, was my baby shower. So I am still trying to use those products, and I really don't want to go out and buy new, because this is going to be probably my last baby. So I don't want to buy and spend a bunch of money only to use it for a couple months and then not need it anymore. So things like, I have a monitor, it works, but it's so old and it's been dropped a couple times by my kids that the sound doesn't work on it anymore. It doesn't make sound. It'll still like turn on when it hears noise, it just won't make sound. So it's like, do I just tough it out or do I get a new one? My diaper pail broke a couple of months ago when Avery was little, and it's like, do I just go without the diaper pail? I really enjoy using mine, and so I've been looking on like Facebook Marketplace, and people sell theirs for like $10, $20, but it's like, you gotta think like, is it stinky? Like, I don't want to spend money and get like a stinky diaper pail. So it's like things like that. Like I have swaddles, but a lot of them are old and like lost the Velcro. So it's just like really tough to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to buy new or just try to tough it out and make it work. I don't know. Thankfully, like breast pump, I get free through insurance. And I already have boy and girl clothes, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I'll probably get like a neutral like outfit for the hospital picture just because we don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. These are kind of the thoughts that go through my head every day. Really, the baby's not too much at the forefront of my mind. I mean, I always think about it, but I'm so busy. I have 3 younger kids that I'm watching every day that a lot of times, you know, the pregnancy isn't the only thing I'm thinking of all day, every day. So just taking it day by day and just gonna figure things out as I go. I'm sure as my belly grows and the baby gets bigger and stronger and I feel them more often, I'll be thinking more about the baby, and then the nesting will happen at the end too. But as of right now, I'm just like going through life, just taking things day by day, and oh yeah, I'm also pregnant. Not that I'm not excited, I'm super excited. It's just like this is where I'm at in life right now. And yeah, I think that's probably it. So thank you so much for watching. I will show you guys an updated bump picture because I don't know, it probably looks the same as last week, but I'll show you guys anyway. Maybe I can move a little closer. Here is the bump. I'm just showing you with my maternity jeans on. Probably looks about the same, but I feel like it keeps growing like crazy. So anyway, 15-week bump. And yeah, that's probably going to be it for 15 weeks because this video is already probably way too long. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, look at me. I got bump dates 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully I can do next week too and just keep a streak going. We'll see. I'm not holding myself to it though. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.